Hello, good morning. Hello. We're back. I haven't done a live stream in 10 days or so. Took some time off from work last week. It was very needed. But then getting back into things is hilarious because I always set everything up the night before, which I did, except I forgot my light. And I was like, So, the pains of returning. It's fine. How's everybody doing? I'm going to be starting a little bit later. One thing that a little time off revealed to me is I need more rest. And so I'm bumping it up from 5:45 to Elizabeth, I just saw your message and I was like, oh no, I've been muted the whole time. Okay, good. No problem. I'm glad it wasn't me. Anyway, I was like, really? The first day back and I mute myself? I mean, that kind of thing would happen, but I guess it's fine. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to bump up from starting at 5:45 to 6:15. And not that big of a difference, but enough of a difference, And I guess that's all that I really have to say. I see Claude here. Hello. I see Elizabeth. Oh, here we go. Right. I remember how to do this. Claude and Elizabeth and Richard. Good morning. Good afternoon. Yeah, I just saw this. It is. That is true, Elizabeth. It's early. I agree. And I also wouldn't have been surprised if my first day back, I'm like, I don't know. My first day back. It feels like it's been a really long time, though. So I'm very happy to be here. And while I was off, I did get some writing done. Didn't push myself too much because I needed to just beat off, But there are a few pockets of time where I just really wanted to. And so I got some writing done, and I'm eager to dive in today. So let us. I'm just eating lunch. I'm about to go grab my coffee in a breakfast bar during this next sprint. What a world we live in that we're all together, hanging out, so far apart, and yet united by a common goal. That's pretty high level. That's pretty high level talking. And I lost it. That's a high level talking, unified by a common goal of writing. And anyway. I hope that you enjoy your lunch. Oh, it's been a long time. I've had a cold. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Claude. I hope that you get better quick. Yes. Well, I'm glad that it has been few and far between. So get well soon. I agree. Just reading today. Oh, time to wait around for queries. That sounds like a lot of fun. So much fun. All right, let's get ourselves going here with our first 25-minute sprint. Claude and Elizabeth writing, Richard reading. I'm going to go get my coffee, and then I will be joining you. All right, 25 minutes on the clock. Let's do it. The chime made me misspell a word. 1 second. The word was September. I know how to spell September. It just distracted me. I have a case of perfect journal ending timing. Does anybody else think this way? Then had this journal. This was given to me as a gift by one of my nieces. And I've been writing in this. I started this journal May 10th. So this was a real, literal summertime journal. And now it's the end of the day. There's a chance I might write more, but I've just got 5 remaining pages. And while part of me is like, you got to fill it up. You got to use every single page. Another part of me is like, oh, but wouldn't it be fun to start a new journal in September, the first day of December? Choose a new journal. I've got a few of them and crack it open on the first day. I mean, I love that kind of thing. So there's a good chance that in order to satisfy both of these, I'll come back and write more in this journal later today. I can just see myself doing that kind of thing. But yeah, so that was good morning pages. Boy, the thing that whenever I get really during the summertime, I'm less consistent with that kind of thing. Just summertime is just a hard time for me. As evidenced by that, just caught the lamp with my coffee mug handle. Summer's a hard time for me. I think with the sun going down so much later, it throws off my sleep schedule. But what I'm trying to say is whenever I get back into, I'm still laughing at myself. Whenever I get back into morning pages, I'm always so relieved because it's where I really work out solutions to problems. And that was happening today. And as I'm writing, I'm like, see, this is why we do this. Okay, so how did you do? Let me look at your comments. Oh, hi. Hi, Ellie. Gonna pop back and forth as I switch between desk and lab work. Sounds good. Good to have you here. I'm reading Lord of the Rings. Oh, yay! Because I'm an adult and I should finally be able to read it. It's so heavy going. What part are you at, Richard? I read Lord of the Rings about 20 years ago. I read it over the course of junior year of college, senior year of college, and then first semester of grad school, 2.5 years or so. Some of the sections are, especially that beginning, there's so much exposition, but it does pick up for sure because when I got into it, whenever I would have an extended period of time where I could really dig in, it was hard to put down. Oh, good reminder, I need to write in my journal today. Awesome. You should do that. Those are the little angel and little demon are speaking to you. Who will win? May my better angels win. I like to think of it as two parts of me advocating for two worthy causes. And they both have to win sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm pretty regimented. And then sometimes I have to just take a break from that. So one side isn't bad, right? One side isn't bad, but it is also a funny image to imagine. Usually it's little versions of yourself sitting on your shoulders. So I'm going to try and imagine it like that from now on, Claude, just because it's fun. Can past 50, 60 pages in the Lord of the Rings. Yeah, especially the part about the hobbits goes on a really long time. So I get that. Never been able to keep a journal. What do you write every day? My life is not interesting enough. No, you know what? I'm not tracking life events. Sometimes that will weave its way in. It's more, so the morning pages practice is more about early in the day. You're really supposed to do it maybe 30, 45 minutes after you wake up or within that time after you wake up. Sometimes it gets later for me, but it's more about capturing whatever's going on in your head before life invades and your mental processes kind of take over and is emptying out whatever's going on. It's more about like clearing space. And so today I was writing about switching the times and making sure I'm getting enough sleep and summer versus summer ending. And yeah, so it's more about that. And what I have found for me is that when I dump all that stuff out, any worries, concerns, stuff that's just been on my mind for a while, sometimes really positive or negative, or what do I do about this? Once I get it down, then the solutions come. I've had so many ideas for, and solutions come to mind that have helped me make my life more how I want it to be because of doing morning pages. It comes out there for whatever reason. Oh, 871 words. Wow, Elizabeth. The fingers were flying on that one. LE, I love morning pages, haven't been able to keep up with them. What I think is do them when you're able to do them. And if you don't do them every day, but you do them sometimes and there's a benefit, then do it then, right? Don't let the rule of it make you think that you can't. You do morning pages when they're best for you. That's how I see it, LE. I mean, 2% concerning hobbits. Exactly. Well, maybe you should start at the point when they leave Rivendell and go from there, right? Next, just be like, no, I'm fast forwarding. Yes, you can push through. Yeah, that's what I think, a brain dump. Yeah, to empty your brain in the morning. Yeah. And then I would say this, Richard, one thing that I have found, and I'll get our next sprint pulled up. I won't just keep chatting forever. One thing that I have found is when I do morning pages somewhat regularly, then I am more likely to journal more later in the day. And then that's where I might be writing down more about like what happened. Whether you think your life is interesting or not, it's still your life. And write about what you want to write about. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I'm getting sassy on that one. Oh, let's see here. Definitely write my journal, never a time and mindset. Just pages, right? Morning pages, afternoon pages. You're in England, so tea time pages, right? Or if you were in Sweden, fika. That's like your afternoon coffee break. Evening pages, late night pages. I think you've really stumbled upon something here, Ellie. Ellie writes a book, pages, and how to do them. All right. Okay, next 25 minutes sprint, everybody. I will talk to you after. Hello, welcome back. Oh boy. Welcome back. How did your sprints go? I started out doing a page of a devotional and then switched into my, oh, I thought I had turned the music down or paused it. It's very quiet. Here we go. Okay. So switched over to memoir. Let's see. How many words did I write? I got on a roll. In the next one, I'll finish up this very rough first draft of a chapter, but a draft of a chapter finished nonetheless. It's exciting. This is another example of why these live streams are so helpful. Okay, so that was 434 words, and I left off at a good place that I can easily pick back up afterward. Okie dokie. Okay, so this is interesting. Richard, I've never, excuse me, I've never heard it described like this before. Okay. Tea is what we call the last meal of the day if our main meal was at lunchtime. Dinner is the biggest meal of the day. So whereas here in the States, a lot of people will say dinner or supper. My parents still say supper, which I think is maybe a regional thing, maybe parts of the South or maybe just the Midwest. But that is the word for the last meal of the day. Lunch is lunch. And then whether or not something is the main meal of the day, I don't think we have like a separate word for that. I don't think. No, not that I know of. But for you all, dinner could be lunch. Dinner could be the last meal of the day. Dinner could be the last meal of the day. But if dinner was lunch, then tea time is the last meal. Tea is the last meal of the day. That's so interesting. Because also in the US, I always wondered about this as a kid. There's got to be a holdover, like a linguistic holdover. People like my parents will call the last meal of the day supper, but they will refer to Sunday dinner. And that's lunchtime. That's like supposed to be like post-church, big family lunch is kind of the cultural meaning of that I know of, at least where I grew up. And as a kid, I was like, I'm very literal. I still am to this day. Why is dinner called dinner here? But dinner means last meal of the day some places, but supper over here. And I remember being a kid and giving up because it didn't make any sense to me. But there's a connection here with what you're saying. You're like solving a mystery from like my 7-year-old brain. So thank you. Okay, interesting. Hi, Sako. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Elizabeth finished with my writing, pulled a few weeds in the front yard, and started scheduling social. That was a very broadly productive sprint. It seems like you accomplished more than what is possible in a 25-minute block of time. Didn't do much writing, but read a bit. I think that's awesome. We see supper too. That tends to be super late. Dinner is earlier in the evening. Supper is later. I mean, okay. I have always just thought dinner and supper were interchangeable where I'm from. And I'm learning so much about everyone's different take on things. Dinner is the big lunch in the middle of the day and the South Sunday. Okay, supper is the last meal of the day. Wow. Dinner here is at noon, supper at 6. What? Parents would say, so we were having toast. Wow. Okay. I call a toast after dinner a snack, a late night snack. Every single person in here has a different take on this. That's fascinating. I love language so much. I love language and words and the culture behind it. Aw. We're all united in our differences, you guys. It's really warming my heart. What an unexpectedly meaningful thing to discuss. Sometimes I think like it's all the same words, but it means something different to each of us. I don't know. I think that's really cool. Okay. Culture. Well, no one's really saying anything else, so we can go ahead and get our last sprint started up. Let me get that going here. Oh, okay. 1 second. All right. We got more. So cool that people live only a few hours north or south of me will have completely different answers. Right. Yeah. Huh. That is interesting. There's a funny traditional argument we have here about scones. Oh boy. That feels like opening a whole other ball of wax. Nope. Nope. That's not how the colloquial, I'm mixing my metaphors. I'm still waking up this morning. I'm like, I love words so much. I'm not always able to express them the way that I want to. It's opening Pandora's box. It's a whole other ball of wax. All right. Okay. Some people put jam and cream and some say cream and then okay. Okay. Opening a kettle of fish. I don't even know. I've never even heard that expression, but I am delighted to hear a new one. Opening a kettle of fish. All right. What a fun language morning. All right. Let's open up this kettle of fish. I know I'm using it wrong on purpose. And by kettle of fish, I mean doing a last sprint. I have to nap now. This has worn Richard out. He's like, I can't. I need to take a break because all of this discussion of words has just worn me out. Okay. All right. Have a good nap. And everyone else, I'll talk to you in 25 minutes. versatile. That's the word I'm leaving off on. Almost got done. Because I started to write more and I deleted some of what I wrote because I was going too far into detail. But yeah, that was a super fast sprint for me. Just a couple more minutes and I can wrap that up. So how did that go for you? Welcome back, everybody. Let's see. AllyDeatherageArt has joined us. Hello, Ally from Claude. Hello, Ally from Sacco. Let's see. Do I have a word count? I also sneezed. Had to go get earbuds because my neighbor's dogs are barking. Also, this wrap up of the chapter was not a wrap up that I expected, but I really like it. Let's see here. Okay. All right. 489. Not bad. Not bad for typing and thinking at the same time. I'm not used to my sprints going this late. It feels so weird. Usually I would wrap up around 7:15, 7:20. But I think at least while it's still summertime, I think what I've discovered, what I've known about myself is that when it's so light out so late, I just don't go to bed as early. And the summertime is my least favorite time of year. I'm so excited. I'm sorry for everybody who is super bummed that summer is coming to an end. It is a tremendous relief for me that August is over. It's always, oh man, I'm always so happy when September 1st hits. It's not like someone flipped a switch and suddenly it's fall. It's still, really warm, but psychologically, I know that summer is coming to an end. And so one thing I was writing during my morning pages, this is something I've struggled with for a while. And I thought, well, maybe I just need to do summer hours for my live stream. And maybe when it starts, getting darker earlier, maybe I'll switch back to the earlier time. I'm not sure yet. It's all a big experiment. But I did definitely get more rest this morning, even starting 30 minutes later. So I'm happy for that. And it seems like it didn't really make a difference, that starting later didn't seem to make a difference for people. It seemed like you were able to all get in here and get some writing done or some reading done. And that's what it's all about, being here for you all. Okay. Well, it's been a really good first day back after, I guess the last time I live streamed technically was 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I got a lot done today. I needed the break. The break was refreshing in many different ways. And when it was time for me to open up my book and get to writing this morning, I just was writing away. So I'm happy about that. All right, well, I will go ahead and wrap up. Thank you to everyone who is here. Thank you for all of your comments. Thanks for talking about dinner and supper and lunch and tea and all the meals of the day. As I almost knocked my lamp over and got back into the swing of things with live streaming. Always appreciate it when you all are here. I'm signing off, so have a wonderful day. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 6:15 Central Time in the US. Have a wonderful day, everyone.